Alrighty. So, let's see. We need to... Alright, so I'm going to work on our character's Firefly ability. Put a little animation in it, because right now if I press C, Firefly shows up, but I don't want it to be sudden. I want it to have an animation first and then show up. Alright. So I need to find our Mirkim 4. We're going to create a new scene, new inherited scene. I'm going to copy this animation player because it has our new animation for light. Something like that. Okay. I'm going to find our Mirkim scene. We're going to delete this animation player. Paste the new one. Select it with our animation tree. This animation tree is getting kind of crazy. Alright, our light animation. So we'll call this light anim. And blend 2 for it. Light blend. Blend. Okay, we've got a light blend. How long is this animation? 2.33 seconds. 2.33 seconds. Right. So let's look at the well, let's see. Okay, so when this plays, we need to instantiate our Firefly scene. Although let me look up something. So if OmniLight is not visible in Godot, is it still processing? Okay. So it would be best to instantiate it. Trying to remember how to instantiate a node for an animation. Call method track. call method. Wait. I've never done this exactly before, so I'm gonna have to ask some AI help, honestly. Gemini is the best. How to instantiate a scene in Godot in animation player. Easy call method track, okay, yeah. Trigger a function and touch script that handles the instantiation process. Right. Ensure the node that has the animation player also has a script attached to it. In your script, mynode.gd, add a function for the instantiation logic. You should use preload for efficiency so that the scene is loaded only once when the game starts. Right, okay. Function to instantiate the bullet. Configure the animation player to call this function. Select the animation node in your scene, open the image panel. Call method track, right? Click the add track button, select call method track, choose the node with your script. Okay. Choose the node with your script. Got it. Insert a keyframe. Add the call method call. In the newly created track, right click and select insert key. Dialog will appear asking you to choose a method. Okay. I think I got it. So, in our Mirakim script, we're going to have a function for the light. A function called maybe like instantiate light. Func instantiate light. Wait. Func instantiate light. We need to preload our scene first, right? Yeah. Const bullet scene preload. Okay. Spawn bullet or bullet instance bullet scene dot instantiate. Yeah. Get parent dot add child. Okay, so we call it Firefly scene. Let's preload. We want to preload our Firefly scene right there. Okay. And then here we're going to add child dot add child dot wait. Add child, does it go in add child bullet instance, okay. Add a child node, nodes can have any number of children. Okay. Firefly scene dot instantiate okay. Instantiate light. Add child firefly scene dot instantiate. And is that it? Oh, we're gonna need a timer. Get so after we instantiate, we want to await get await get tree dot create timer for 2.33 seconds dot timeout. And then we want to remove the firefly scene. And I actually want this to be like a whole minute, right? I want this to be like, well, let's just try 5 seconds or like 10 seconds for now. 10 seconds. Just so I know that it's working. Okay, I'm gonna comment this out for a second. So let's just make sure that this works. Don't know how this is going to work, but let's see. Okay, now in here, I want to do the call method track. Okay. And we want to choose, how do I choose the function again? Okay, so I want to instantiate the scene right. It'd be like 0.5 seconds. .75 seconds. Let's do 0.75 seconds. And then right click, insert key, and it is the instantiate Why is it not showing up? Why is our instantiate Firefly thing not showing us? Because we didn't save? Might be because we didn't save it. Instantiate. Yeah, there it is. Instantiate light. That's what it's called, right? Instantiate light. Yeah. Okay. So we're instantiating it right here. But how am I going to move it up above the player? Is my question. What if I instantiate the light underneath a light node and yeah, that would work. Okay, so I need to create a node, light, we'll call this Firefly light position, just pose. Firefly light pose. And in here, we want to add the child to Firefly light pose. So create a node reference to this. Firefly light pose dot add child. So we're adding the child to Firefly light pose. Now, in the animation player, I can now adjust this position, right? So at the very beginning, I want this to be like, well, let's see. I want it to be here. Right here. Like that. And I want to insert its position. Boom. Create. Okay. And then up here, its position needs to be like up here, above the player. At the end. Insert that keyframe. Okay. So let's see. So going from here. Okay, so I want it to be not moving until here. Control C, Control V. Boom. So it stays there until here, and then it starts moving up. But here it needs to be like right here. Okay. So it's gonna be here, start moving up with the hand, and then zoop, way up there. Still moving too quickly. Here I want it to be like right here. Insert that keyframe. Boom, up, up. Perfect. Yes. Okay. Will this work? Last thing I need to do is actually call all of this. So I need to make a whole like state for it, which is gonna take a minute, sadly. Wait, what happened? Cool. That works well. Now I have to create a state for it, which is gonna take a second. Let's look at our state chart. So we got a root state, in menu, target unlocked, target locked. I want a whole separate using ability state, because I want the ability to, I want to be able to use your ability independent of if you're locked on target or unlocked on target. So here we're going to create another compound state. This is going to be using ability, right? Yeah. So our first ability could be Firefly. Initial state Firefly, sure. Another one could be like our Breeze, which we're gonna have eventually Breeze. Okay. Using ability. So basically, if we press, for now, let's just say if we press C, it goes to using ability state. To target unlocked. To target locked. We can't do it from menu. We can do it from target unlocked. So we'll add another transition for target unlocked. This will be, move this way up here. To ability, or to using ability, and this is going to using ability. Event. Using ability. Okay. Same thing for our target locked. On target locked, this should also transition to using ability state. Using ability to using ability. This is going to our using ability compound state on the event using ability. Alrighty. And then this one, I guess for now, we'll just go back to target unlocked. I'm gonna delete this for now. Wait. Lots to figure out here, because this is the first time I've actually put an ability into a state chart. So in our target unlocked state physics processing, if condition to other states, if input that is action just pressed C, then we want to state chart dot send event using ability. Right? Yep. And same thing for our target locked compound state. Target locked state physics processing. Okay. Goes to using ability. Using ability. Okay, so we have it going to using ability. We're going to have another signal. Signal, firefly, light. Signal, firefly, light. And we're gonna have to connect to this as well. Global.player node .firefly light .connect on firefly light. Func on firefly light. Current anim equals firefly light, or we'll just say light, I guess. Current anim equals light. Oh yeah. And then here we need to add it to our enum list. Where's our enums? And we need to have a var light val set it at 0. Hey, Hectogram, thank you for the subscription. I don't even think I'm able to get subscriptions yet. How did you do that? Hey Hecto, if you want, I'm creating like in-game customized statues for new supporters. Would you like one? If so, what do you want it to look like? Like, if you want one, like, what are your hobbies? What do you want it to look like? Do you have a favorite animal, favorite hobbies? Yeah, so if I show you this scene, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a bunch of errors if I try to run anything right now. What if I just comment this out, maybe? Or no, we can add it to this. This is light. Let's just pass this for now. Pass. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, sorry. Alright, Hectogram, so over here is a couple statues that I made for some supporters. So like, one of them wanted it to look like their cat, another wanted it to look like Thor with a guitar because they play guitar. So yeah, if you want a statue, just let me know and I'll generate one for you. I'd love to start filling this area with statues of supporters. Am I good at Blender? Yes. Well, I'd say about intermediate. I'm not advanced, but I've made all the assets in here in Blender. This character I made in Blender, the enemies I've made in Blender. Blender is awesome. Blender's an awesome tool. You tried Blender a while ago. It sucked. It sucks at the beginning. It definitely sucks at the beginning. It's hard to learn, a lot to learn for sure, but it is a very valuable tool if you can get it right. Because you can use Blender for so many things. You can use it for creating 3D models for games. You can use it for like animation and architecture. So I'm really glad I powered through and just learned it, you know. It helps if you like find some good, interesting YouTube tutorials. That'll help make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have to create another one for light. And I'm gonna have to copy all of this. Copy, paste it into light. So right now I'm trying to get like a firefly light ability to work, which I'm getting close. Maybe give it a few more minutes and then I can get it down, get it to work. Animation tree. We need our light blend equals firefly light. No, that's wrong. Is it just light val? Light val. Yeah, it's light val. Okay. And then in here we need to light val equals lerp f from light val to 1 blend speed times delta. I don't want you have to spend all that time on a model, but I like to gift my prime to coders. Hey, thank you so much, Graham. Hey, I've got to make a statue for you, Hectogram. I've got to make a statue for you. What do you want it to look like? Blend speed times delta. This animation script is getting crazy big, which is great. I like big scripts all working together. I think I got it to work, maybe? Never works on the first try though. So we'll see what bugs we're faced with as soon as I try to run this. Oh my gosh, so much. Okay, so we got light val animation, lerping, calling in animation tree. Let's just set the current animation to light, and then maybe it'll work. I think it's all set up correctly. Oh wait, I never called our signal. I never called firefly light. Okay, we're still got a little bit more to do. Okay. Yeah, no problem, man. I hope to see you again in here. Thank you again for the sub. That's awesome. Alright, so we need to find... Firefly state, and it's being run automatically, so on state entered, because we don't really need a process during it. On Firefly state entered. Cuts. Okay, let's make another section for our using ability compound state. Yeah, using ability compound state. Using ability wait. I have that underneath, right? Yeah. Oopsie. Using ability compound state. Don't forget to comment. Makes things a lot easier later when you gotta debug. And then this is our Firefly state. On Firefly state entered, we want to emit Firefly light signal. Boom. I think I'm just going to try this out right now. Just to see if the signal went through and the animation works. Alright. Let's run it. I added a lot of code, so there's probably going to be a bug somewhere. I will see. Okay, here we go. Play. No bugs? No bugs yet. Here we go. See? No way. It worked. What? It worked first try. That's insane. I'm getting better at coding. Alright. Oh. Yeah, okay. Okay, I need to get rid of this Firefly. Delete that. And I need to... where am I calling it? Here. If input that is action, press C, Firefly to visible, Firefly to visible. Yeah, get rid of this. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay. Let's go, though. Let's So if I press C, we get a light. Look at that. I think I want it to go a little bit higher maybe? A little bit higher above the head? Or is that kind of perfect? Okay, now we just need to transition back to be able to move. Look at that, it works so well. Alright, so I need to transition back after 2.33 seconds. On Firefly state entered firefly.emit, and then we need to await, get tree dot create timer 2.33 seconds dot timeout, and then we need to state chart dot send event to target unlocked, I suppose. What state do I want to go to? After the Firefly animation finishes, what state do I want to go back to? Probably target unlocked. Yeah. So we'll add a transition, just for now, to target unlocked. So this is going to target unlocked event. Target unlocked. Okay. So on event target unlocked. That doesn't really make sense. I feel like I need to name this event something else. Transition after animation finishes. Okay, so now when I press C, it should show the light, and then it should, after the animation finishes, it should go back to allowing us to move around and do everything. Let's try it out. Did that work? Okay, so press C. Oh. What happened? Oh, I spelled timeout wrong. Time out. There we go. C. Light. Oh. It went back to the center. Why did it do that? What if I just, in the animation player, I can, or here, I can just set the default node position to where I want the light, yeah. So I want the light like up here. Hey, hold on. No. I want it to... Why is it not doing this? What's going on? Let's stop emitting this. Not active. There. Animation player. Light. Play. Okay. So this is ending right there. I need to copy this position and just make it its default position. And then it won't snap back. Control C. Control V. Control C. What? Oh my gosh, these animation players can be annoying to work with. How do I do this? I want this default position to be up here. I want its default position. Okay, and if I go here and then copy this. Why does it keep going back to 0? I don't understand that. I think I might just need to redo this animation on the Firefly light position. See, these animation players annoy me sometimes. Hey, welcome back, Hector Graham. Have you thought of what you want your statue to look like? Never use Godot, but they have a really nice UI. Yes, they do. I love Godot. I'm in love with it, honestly. I think it makes game development fun. It makes it feel like you're putting together a puzzle. So look what I just did, Hecto. Let me show you what happened. So here we're in the game. Oh, hold on. Play that. All right. So the goal for today is to make this this Firefly light ability working. So when I press C, plays this little animation, makes a little light, but it keeps snapping back to the beginning after the animation is finished. So I'm trying to fix that right now. And the animation player is giving me issues. So I'm just gonna have to, I guess, delete these keyframes. And we can say, where is it right now? Can we, or let's move it where we want it, like maybe like right up here, above the character's head. Yeah, so like right here. And That's where I want its position. Just remain. But it keeps snapping back to there. Why does it keep snapping back to there? What if I just delete this? Okay. Save that. This, the transform, reset. Okay, I think that worked. So it should be up here as its default position. And then animation player. Now here I want its position to start down here. Keyframe that. This is giving me a headache a little bit. So I want it to start. If I go to a different, see. It keeps resetting its position. I guess I have to keyframe it up here at the beginning. Boom. What? No. Up here. Delete. You need to be up here. What? Is it because the animation tree is playing? Goodness gracious. You stay. Stay there. Keyframe. Boom. Okay. Okay. Here. It needs to be here. Oh, you know what? This is actually supposed to be like here. Keyframe it right there. Okay. Now, right before the light shows, it needs to be here. Keyframe. Insert keyframe. And then about right here, I want it to be here. Right there, keyframe. And then here, it needs to be here. Keyframe. And then up here, it needs to be back up to this position. Control C. Control V. Did that work? So here it's there. Here it is not there. Control C. Control V. Alright, so here it's there, all the way up. Okay, okay. I think that works. Boop. Boop. Let's play it. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to turn back on the animation tree. Animation tree, active. Alright, let's see if this works. C. Light. Oh my gosh, it went back to the... what's going on? How do I set its transform? To just stay up here. Can I do it now? Have I played Hytale? I have not. That's like the new... That's like Minecraft 2.0, right? Is it any good? Tree animation tree is not active. Yeah, it's fun. I played the first 2 days with some friends. It looks interesting. I gotta try it out. What is different about Hytale than Minecraft though? This is so strange, man. So strange. Why is it so hard for me to figure out this animation player? Oh, did I do it? I might have done it. Let's see. Turn back on the animation tree. Please work. Alright, if I press C, does the animation receive the light, and it stays there. Okay. Figured it out. Nice, we have a light. Next step is to time it so that it turns off maybe after like a minute or two. Nice, so we have a little light for like dark areas. Make it look kind of like fireflies around. W. Is there crafting in Hytale? Is there like a crafting table kind of like Minecraft? Like I want to know what's different about it. It looks like the terrain is a little bit different. Like I noticed the trees look different than Minecraft. Looks good. So they have workbenches instead of crafting table that you have to upgrade like Rust if you have played that. I have not played Rust. That's working. I've played something like that though, where you have to upgrade your workbench. I think you have to do that in, what's that game? Valheim? Is that what it's called? Valheim? You have to upgrade your workbench. Right. I think it's working fine. Just want to make sure it's not giving me any bugs, so I'm running it a few times. Cool. So I'm just gonna time it now somehow. Alright, so the firefly light is working. Right, if I press C, it plays the animation and it puts the light in the correct position. But right now there's no way to actually turn this off. And I think if I press C again, it's gonna create another light, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Oh wait, that's kind of cool. It just like points back at the light. Because it doesn't, I don't have it, I'm not telling it to reset the animation yet. So that's kind of perfect right now. But I need to figure out a way for the light to turn off because we don't want it there indefinitely. So I want to put it on like a timer so like it disappears after 2 minutes. That looks really cool from far away, the fireflies. I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. Are the red lines the AI path? Yes. Yes, the red lines are some enemies over there. I can show you. It's just a debugger. I could turn them off. The red lines are just a debugger right now, so I can see exactly where the enemies are traveling. I can just turn it off though. I could turn off the red lines pretty easily, just a click of a button. So right, yeah, the enemies definitely still need some work. Right now, they can track the player, and that's pretty much it. I still need to add like health bars. I need to have them do like damage. I need to add like an ability for them to like lunge at the player and to like throw things at the player. Right now I can lock onto them though, and I can like strafe and dodge around them. So I've been working on that lately. I can change target with tab. It's coming along. Woo! Yeah, right now they're just throwing aimlessly. So like what happens is when I get in range of the enemies, there's like a 30% chance that they'll do like a throw, and then there's like a 60% chance that they'll just like start running towards the player. But right now they're just throwing aimlessly. They're not even throwing at the player. They're not throwing anything, which I need to update. I need to work with that a little bit. I also don't like how they're clipping into each other. I need to figure out what to do with that. Maybe just collision, so they're like colliding with each other. That might work. Yep, it's coming along. Coming along slowly but surely. Actually, I shouldn't say slowly. I'm actually making progress on this pretty quickly. Quicker than I thought. Okay, so let's add a timer to the light. When Firefly state entered, Firefly light.emit. After 2.33 seconds, it goes back to target unlocked. But I need to remove the light and I need to reset the animation after like 2 minutes. And I should do that in here. So on this function, instantiate light. Await get tree.create timer. I'm gonna keep it at 10 seconds just for testing purposes right now. And then when that timer times out, I need to reset the animation. So let's go to our animation tree. We're going to add a time seek. Time seek. We'll call this light restart. So it's going to have to go through the time seek first. And -1, and then in here, after 10 seconds, we're going to, I think, just restart the animation. I think that might work right there. Yeah, so here, where is our light restart? Right here. Animation tree. Seek request equals 0. Let's try that. Have I used any other languages in the past? To do game development? Not really, no. I do know other languages though. I know JavaScript and a little bit of Java. Python, well, GDScript is basically Python. This right here, Godot, is GDScript, which is basically Python. Yeah, I definitely know JavaScript pretty well. A little bit of Java. I haven't tried the Unity game engine. I haven't tried that. I tried Unreal Engine a little bit and didn't like it much. I don't think Unreal Engine is very fun to use. It's pretty powerful though. But every time I open Unreal Engine, it definitely like makes my computer want to crash and takes up like so much memory. It's kind of annoying to use. Godot is so lightweight. Okay, let's see what happens right now. Let's see what happens after 10 seconds right now. Nothing happens. What if I hit C again? Interesting. Did it create another light, or is that the same one? I think it might have created another light. I think there's 3 lights on top of each other now. We don't want that. Yeah, I think it's just creating more lights. Yeah, there's like 4 lights on top of each other now. You can tell by the amount of fireflies swirling around. So that's not right. You used Unity for your first game dev project, but now I just use C++ with SDL library. Interesting. SDL library. What's SDL library? Is that a game engine? SDL library? Is SDL library like a tool to use in Unity? That's what it sounds like to me. Wait, get tree, animation tree, light restart, reseek request is 0. Okay, I only want to add a child. Okay, here we go. Okay, so conditional if firefly light pose dot get children count, get child count is equal to 0, right? If there's no children, then we want to instantiate. Else firefly light pose dot remove child. Wait, not just remove, we need to queue it free. How do I queue free a child? How to queue free a child of a node in Godot. Because I don't want it taking up memory. Removing a child just takes up memory. Get node var child node equals get node. A child node. Wait, how to queue free a child of a node in Godot? That is an instance. For child and get children. If child is in a group enemies, child.queue free. Okay. So else for child in firefly light.pose. Oh wait, I could just do else firefly light pose dot get children, right? Get children dot queue free. Would that work? Why is that not working? You can't queue free an array, maybe? Okay, then let's use the loop. For child in firefly light pose. Wait, for child, what is it? For child in firefly light pose dot get children, yeah. Dot get children child dot queue free. So we're removing the light, and then we can add the light again. Firefly light pose dot add child firefly scene dot instantiate. So So this is checking to see if there's any children. If there's no children, it just adds one. If there is a child, it removes them, and then it adds it. And then after 10 seconds, it restarts. I think that will work. SDL library, it handles creating windows, rendering, and input for cross-platform programs. Interesting. Yeah, I have not used Unity, so... Or is SDL library not exclusive to Unity? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard about SDL library. Let's see if this works. So hopefully now it doesn't create a light on top of a light. We can press C. We can press C again and it does nothing. We have to wait 10 seconds. Now, after 10 seconds, if I press C, hopefully this one disappears and it creates a new one. I'm not sure if that worked. Let's try it again. It doesn't seem to be creating another light, but I don't see it disappearing at all. I also want it to just disappear after 10 seconds, which I haven't done yet. Oh, SDL library doesn't have anything to do with Unity, it's just a separate... So is it like a game engine then? Is SDL library like a game engine, like you can create games just using it? I guess it's not a game engine, right? It's just another tool. So you're like coding the game in C++, and then it's another tool to kind of help you out with, I guess, yeah, creating windows, rendering, and input. Okay. Yeah, I might look into that. That sounds interesting. How long have you been like creating your own games? You could say firefly light.pose.getChild at 0.q free. So now, okay, I think this will make it disappear after 10 seconds. Let's try that. Used Unity for a year, then quit Yeah, I recently started testing with SDL. Yeah, I hope that works well for you. I think you should. I recommend Godot too. I think you should try Godot out. Godot is awesome. But yeah, I don't. I should look into SDL library if you recommend that. Maybe try that out. See if I like it. I would have to learn C++. I don't know C++, so I might have to learn that, right? Hey, I think that worked though. Look at that. It disappears after 10 seconds. Okay. I think that worked. Nice. But I don't want it to disappear after 10 seconds. I want it to disappear after like 60 seconds. So I'm going to change that, but let's just look through this code. I want to make sure everything is working correctly. So let's go back to player. On this scene entered, we emit the signal. And then we go back to target unlocked. When the signal is emitted, it plays our animation light, right? And our animation light, it calls this function If there's no lights, it adds a light. Else, it removes all the lights and adds another light. Disappears after 10 seconds. And resets after 10 seconds as well. Now if I keep pressing C, nothing will happen until this timer times out, right? I just want to make sure that we're not accidentally like creating like a whole bunch of lights and then like affecting performance. I only want one light to be shown at a time. And I think that's what we got going on. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we did it. I can't think of any issues. I'm gonna keep playing with it, see if I can find any bugs. But I think it's good. Nice. So wait about 10 seconds, it goes off. It goes off, and then I can do another one. Okay, so what if I press C right now? Just points at it. And it doesn't create another light until 10 seconds is over. Oh, what was that? What? Little bug with the animation there. Yeah, that. What was that? Oh, I think I know what it is. It's because in our player script, this goes back to target unlocked after 2.33 seconds. You wouldn't recommend SDL library if you don't want to spend years making the game? Game Engine makes it a lot easier. You just do it for fun and to get better C++. Alright. Well, I still might look into it. Sounds interesting. I do need to learn C++. I feel like I need to learn C++ because Unity uses it, right? And Unreal Engine uses it, right? Like the industry standard game engines use C++, so I should probably learn it. I wonder how much different C++ is than JavaScript. I mean, it's not an issue right now. I kind of like the system I have going. It's just gonna kind of jitter the animation a little bit if you keep trying to press C. Yeah, I might just leave it how it is right now. Because the only issue is like if you keep trying to make a light and it intersects with like the timer of the light, it's gonna like skip through the animation. But there's no like bugs, you know? It's working fine. It's just not perfect, and that bugs me a little bit. I'm a perfectionist. It's open source? Okay. What do you think, Hecto? Do you like the light? Yeah, so I'm gonna change the timer on it to maybe like a minute. You think a minute would be good, or 2 minutes, so that it doesn't disappear till after like a minute or two? Right? Look how awesome that looks. I love it. It's coming along. Dude, I lerp. Good idea. Wait, that's actually a really good idea. Yes, a lerp for its movement. That is a really good idea. I'm gonna make a note of that. A lerp would look really good, so it's kind of lagging. It's lagging behind the player's movement. Let me make like a to-do list. Spooky to do. Lerp. Position of firefly light. Yeah, great idea. Thank you. All right, let's change this to 60 seconds. 60 seconds, so the light doesn't go out for a whole minute. I don't know if I need this for loop. I feel like I should keep it though, just in case some bug happens and there happens to accidentally be two lights. Like, I don't know. I feel like this could help avoid some bugs. So I'm gonna keep it for now. I might look at that later when I have a more fresh mind. So I'm gonna call the light good right now. I'm gonna call it good. Alrighty. Hector, I feel like I gotta make a statue for you, man. You gave me some good advice. Do you want a customized statue like this, Hector? It's alright if you don't. It's fine if you don't. I just thought you might like one. I don't know what I want it to be that would take so much of your time. Actually, no. It would not take much time at all. I'm not sculpting them myself. I'm putting the prompt into like an AI generator. Are those aliens? Are the statues aliens? What do you mean? So like what I'm doing for people, what I've done for a couple of people, and what I'm planning to do for like supporters like yourself is this. Let me see if I can find it. So like I've got two styles going on for the statues. Like a semi-realism style or like an emote style here. And they can just kind of say, like you can kind of just say like what you want it to look like. Like, you know, like maybe modeled after your favorite hobbies, or like, I don't know, your favorite animal or something. And then I'm just gonna like generate the statue using AI. So it won't take too long. Maybe like 5-10 minutes max. Just something a little extra. And then I put them in the game, like this. Alright, what else could I work on right now? I'm getting a little sleepy, to be honest. Might not have much coding left in me tonight. Because I do want to do the lerp thing that you suggested. I guess I could think about how to do that right now. I could probably do the lerp thing pretty easily. Because we already have the node set up. I'm just worried that it's going to interfere a little bit with the animation player, so I feel like it's going to be more complicated than I think it will be, which I still want to try it for sure. I just don't know. I don't know if it's going to cause issues. I would have to create another child. Yeah, I think I know how to do it. I think I know how to do it. I just don't want to do it right now, to be honest. Oh, I need to... I know what I want to do. I want to make it so when you press shift, you exit the target lock. On target lock state physics processing, if escape state chart doesn't event target unlocked. Also, if you or input dot is action just pressed shift. So if I press the sprint key, I will also exit the target locked state. Right? I think that'll work, right? That should work. I don't see any issues with that. Hey, Gooseed, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Gooseed. Would you like me to generate you a customized statue, Gooseed? Alright, let's try it out. So I'm gonna lock on an enemy, and then if I press shift, I should unlock. Oh, that didn't work. Why did that not work? Shift, 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 shift. Shift. Why is that not working? Why did that not work? What? On target locked physics processing, if input that is action just pressed escape or input that is action just pressed shift, then I should go to target unlocked. Why did that not work? It should work just like escape. What? Why did that not work? So I can tab onto an enemy, right? If I press escape, I exit target lock. I'm trying to make the same thing happen with shift. So if I sprint away from them, the same thing happens, but when I press shift, it does nothing. What's why is that not working? Escape is working. They're literally in the same line of code. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm just like tired and I can't think of it right now. If input that is action pressed escape or input that is action just pressed shift. Why is the shift not working? Oh, sprint. Oh, sprint. It's called sprint. Not shift. I named it sprint. Is that what the issue was? Probably. Let's try it. Alright, tab, escape works just fine, tab, and shift. There we go. Okay, so now I can tab on an enemy, and then I can literally just sprint away from them, or shift. Yeah, that makes it a little bit easier to evade. Cool. And we have our light. Good stuff. Progress was made today. Lots of progress is made. Cool. I filled out all your stuff. I was the one on Twitch. You said my username wrong, though. How do you say it? You're gonna have to, like, type out the pronunciation. Gucci'd? Is it Gucci'd? Gucci'd? Like, Gucci Gang? Gucci? Gucci... Gucci Ed? Gucci Ed. Gucci Ed. Hey, do you want me to generate you a statue, man? I'm generating statues for new followers. Doesn't take too long. If so, just let me know in chat what you want it to look like. Gucci'd. Yeah, Gucci'd. Not Gucci Ed, Gucci'd. Got it. Yeah, so something like this, Gucci'd. So, like, somebody wanted it to look like their cat. Another person wanted it to look like Thor with a guitar. Maybe later. Okay, no problem. Yeah, you don't have to. I do need to decorate this area, honestly. I could do that right now. And fix the terrain a little bit. Make the river a little bit skinnier. How do I want this area to look? I want to redo the mountains. The mountains look like crap right now. I guess I'll do that. Oh, I'm gonna have to redo this river though if I do the mountains. Damn. I mean, maybe they're fine. I could just put a mountain behind it. Is it easy to do post effects in Godot? You could add underwater. Yeah. I could add underwater. I haven't thought about doing underwater. Yeah, right now my water does suck, for sure. I definitely need to work on the water a little bit. That's just not one of my priorities right now. But yeah, the water is just like a simple shader on top. Underneath, it just disappears. Somebody suggested I could do like look into some sort of water refraction shader. I don't know. I have not figured out the water sitch yet. It would be cool if I added like a swimming mechanic. I just have like a whole list of other things I'd like to get done first before that. I feel like the water mechanic might be a little extra right now. Although, maybe I should prioritize it a little bit because right now I have it so you can walk in the water, so maybe I should. Maybe I should look into the water. You used to test with water in Unity with shaders. Fog while underwater too? Okay. Fog while underwater. Okay. Yeah, that could make it look better. So first I need to make it just look like you're actually underwater. I haven't messed around much with like water mechanics, so I'm thinking like once you enter the water, like the gravity becomes 0, right? The movement's gonna be different, so I'm gonna have to change like I'm gonna have to add a whole state for in water, which is easy enough. It'll just take some experimenting. Because I really haven't messed around much with like water mechanics at all, honestly. But it's something I definitely want to do eventually. I might be asking you for ideas if you've messed around with water a bit. I think I want to change these mountains to like a plateau kinda. I think that might look more interesting. So let's flatten all these. Let's flatten all this. Flatten, flatten, flatten. Don't mess up the river. No. Yeah, so like a plateau sort of stuff. Maybe something like this, something like that, like just tall plateaus instead of mountains. Yeah. Yeah, something like this. And we can change this to like 50. Yeah, this will look cool. Something like this. I think that'll look better than the mountains I had. Is that a shader for the mountain texture, or is it just painted with terrain tools? It is just painted with terrain tools. Yeah, the terrain 3D add-on is great. Have you used Godot at all, Gucci? Godot is great. Lots of cool add-ons. This is the terrain 3D add-on that I'm using to sculpt the terrain. It's auto shading the mountains based on the textures I input. So like if I go to Terrain 3D, I've got these textures down here on the bottom left. Can't see it real because my camera's in the way, but there's some textures down there at the bottom left. And then I can use this auto shader right here. I can enable this auto shader, which will use the rock at a certain slope. So right here I have the slope at like 0.2. Yeah. So like if I change this slope higher, you can see the rock changing. I can't really explain it very well, but yeah. So if I lower the slope, then you'll see more grass, and if I raise this auto slope, you'll see more rock. Right now I have it at 0.2. I think that's good. Terrain 3D add-on. Yeah, sadly don't plan on using it because you like C++ more. I feel that. Yeah, Unity is C++. I don't know C++. I should learn it though. I haven't tried Unity either. I tried Unreal Engine a little bit. Didn't like it as much as Godot. Oh, Unity C#? Oh. So do you use Unreal Engine? Is Unreal Engine C++? You said you used to test with Water and Unity with shaders. Okay, we'll do a raise. Or maybe like a smooth, maybe? No. Oh, you use SDL too. I think there's somebody in here, Hecto, I was talking to. He uses SDL as well. Oh, oh, my bad. Okay. I thought I was talking to somebody else, sorry. I'm dumb. Yeah, man, thanks for all the support. Thank you so much. These streams are always more fun when there's someone to talk to. How does that look from the ground view? I like that. I like that a lot more. Maybe just some little ones now. Like a height of 25 or like 20. Height of 20. We'll go back to this hill and size of like 100. Cut into it a little bit. Whoa. Yeah, something like this. That. Alrighty. That's looking better. Much better. Fix the river later. All right, Gucci. Well, I think that is all the game dev I have in me. I think I'm gonna head to bed. Have a good night, Gucci. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Get that lerp working tomorrow if I have time. Tomorrow I might have time to do that tomorrow. Yeah, I might. I'll definitely do it this weekend, I think. I'll dream on it. Alright, have a good one.